Hi, I'm Tom Zelenka. Now, I'm just a beginner in the kitchen. In every episode of Carolina Cooking, I meet a different chef from a famous restaurant in the Carolinas who'll teach me to cook their secret recipes in just 30 minutes or less. Really good.
Welcome to Carolina Cooking, shot on location at the mansion on Forsyth Park and the 700 Kitchen Cooking School. Now, here's your host, Tom Zelenka.
Hi, welcome to Carolina Cooking. I'm your host, Tom Zelenka. This is the show where we find the best chefs from the best restaurants all around North and South Carolina, and we bring them here to teach you and me how to make their incredible recipes. We get to learn together because I'm just a novice in the kitchen, so we get to learn these incredible recipes together in 30 minutes or less. Today, we are doing a whole wheat linguini with duck. We're also doing it with wild mushrooms and some leeks and some Assiago. I'm going to bring in our chef here, Chef James Brailford from Mangia, who's going to help us out and teach us how to say...
Hi, Tom. Assiago.
Assiago cheese.
Yes,
Okay, perfect. Right. And we also have duck, we have wild mushrooms, and we're going to be using bacon?
Pancetta is going to be, the base of our saute.
Okay, alrighty.
But the first thing we need to do is reconstitute these mushrooms.
Reconstitute the mushrooms.
Yeah, okay. They're dried mushrooms, which makes it really convenient because they're not as expensive and you can get them regardless of the season. And
it'd be a little tough to eat this way.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you have to reconstitute them.
Okay.
So if you want to just dump them in that bowl right there.
Now, reconstitute is fancy word for put water
rehydrate. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Rehydrate.
Alrighty. So that goes in there.
And then we'll pour this boiling water on top.
Okay. And how long do they get to sit there for?
Just until they're soft. A couple of minutes should be fine.
Okay.
And the plus of doing this is that you wind up with a nice mushroom stock when you're done reconstituting.
Now,
the
these
mushrooms.
dried mushrooms, do they last very well?
Yes, they're totally free of any liquid, which is what causes food to spoil. So they last a really long time.
Okay, forever?
Forever might be a little long, but they will last close to forever.
Forever is a mighty long time, and I'm here to tell you about the afterlife. A never-ending world where you can always see the sun, day or night. That's for the Prince fans.
Try not to think about that.
Yeah. Okay. So what's next?
Okay, we have to sear this duck breast.
Okay.
And when you sear duck breast, there's a lot of fat. So before you sear it, you want to score the duck breast, and by that I mean you just put some lines into it,
all right,
and that will allow all of the fat to cook off easier.
Both sides?
Or no, you do a nice crisscross pattern like that. Yeah.
Nice tic-tac-toe pattern. So just like that. How deep do I want to get onto that?
You don't want to go into the flesh, so just through the fat.
Okay. Alrighty. And is this a dish that you serve there at Mangia?
It's not on our menu, but it's a
special item?
We run lots of nightly specials, so this would be a good example of something we might do.
Okay. Now, how would you describe your cuisine there at Mangia?
It's Northern Italian, emphasis on Northern Italian. Of course, we do some Southern Italian favorites such as pastas and what have you, but Northern Italian mainly. Like Assiago is our big specialty.
Okay, alrighty. Now, so now we're going to sear it?
We're going to sear it. You want a really hot pan.
Yep.
And because there's so much fat, you don't need any fat in.
Okay.
And you want to be careful because it will splatter and pop sometimes. So
hang on
always
a second.
Drop it away from you.
Hang on, safety first. Okay.
Yeah, see it's smoking up really
Do I need
nicely.
to put this one in?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. That's a lot of smoke.
That is a lot of smoke. But you'll see it works out nicely.
Okay, safety first. Whoops. Oh, we got fire. I'll protect you, don't worry about it. Alrighty. Woo! That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, not fun in the sense that people want to do this at home.
Well, sure.
Especially small people. But the bigger people...
This pan might have been a little hot. But it's going to work out nice.
Can I shake and make fire?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, and so if this did get a little out of control, what would you do?
If it did get out of control, what you would want to do is never pour fire on it because that might just splatter the
Never
grease.
pour fire on fire?
Yeah.
No,
never pour water on it.
Okay.
But what you could do is pull it off and put a lid on it.
It's also a good tip to never pour fire on fire.
Yeah, that
I've tried that before, and it just seemed to increase. It doubled the fire. Okay.
Yeah, but if you cut off the air, put a lid on it, it'll go out in no time at all.
Okay.
So.
And so now what else goes in there? Do we need to...
we can just let that go for a little while.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we can start our pancetta.
And that would be this. This is like it's like
an Italian
bacon, right?
Yeah, it's
Is it already cooked?
No, it's raw. You don't want to eat that. But
I like bacon.
It's cured with salt, so it probably wouldn't kill you, but
probably wouldn't.
Still not a good idea.
Probably, but you leave that open area
Yeah,
where it might kill me.
It might. So
You're
I
not
wouldn't
going to
advise
take the liability of saying it won't. I understand. So just throw this in the
Yeah,
pan.
just throw that in the pan. We'll
Okay.
start rendering the fat from that.
Now, could if we didn't get pancetta, could we just use bacon? Could
Oh,
we go
yeah.
to the store?
Yeah, bacon would work fine.
Okay.
Pancetta's not smoked. It's just salt cured. So if you did use bacon,
Okay.
the flavor would change a little bit, but not too dramatically.
Okay.
That would work fine.
And so we're just going to get the fat to melt down there.
Yeah.
And make make oil for us?
Yeah, that will make the oil that we'll use to saute our garlic and our leeks and the rest
alrighty.
of the dish.
And these are leeks.
Those are leeks there. Yeah, that's what we need to do next.
Okay.
So we need to cut those. The thing about leeks is they grow in the ground. The white part is all buried in the dirt.
Be careful.
So a lot of dirt is in there. So we need to cut them and clean them.
Oh, a lot of dirt is inside. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you'll see it. You'll see.
Very
if you pull
dirty.
that back, you can
Yep.
see all the dirt.
It's a dirty leek.
So the best way to deal with that is to, after you cut it, put it in some water, which will let the dirt will settle to the bottom, and you can lift the leeks
So
out.
I don't need to peel this off like you would with like a green onion or.
Yeah, you want to take the first couple of layers off.
Okay. And then what did you do? You cut it like off there?
Yeah, cut off the root end.
Okie dokie. And you cut off here?
Sure.
Okay. Is that not where you cut off?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
We just want to
And
use the white parts for this recipe. The green parts look really nice, so if you're doing a garnish, you might want to use the green parts, but
Okay.
we just want the tender white parts for this recipe.
So it's just the tender white. And then you just chopped it up finely or into strips
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, cut it on a diagonal
Okay.
so that you get just some sort of nicer looking pieces.
Alrighty.
Yes, that's fine. That's perfect.
Okay.
And then once they are cooked, we'll,
Oh,
excuse me.
you need your big bowl of water.
Yeah, we need to put them in
Okay.
this big bowl of water,
Alrighty.
which will let all the dirt
Settle down on the
settle
bottom.
down to the bottom, right?
Alrighty. Here's one more.
And I think that'll be plenty.
Okay.
Just kind of agitate them a little bit.
All right. Well, we're going to let these soak, get the dirt to go to the bottom. We're going to get the smoke cleared out of the room, and then we're going to be searing, I guess, these in with our pancetta when Carolina Cooking continues. Woo!
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with James Brailford, the chef at Mangia, and we have our pancetta rendering down.
Exactly.
Getting the oil out of there.
It's nice and brown, and the oil is rendered out, so we can start sauteing the rest of our ingredients.
Okay, so what do you want to put in here?
If you want to throw in the garlic.
We have some garlic here already minced up. Alrighty, all of this?
Yeah,
Okay.
all of that will be great.
All right. And,
You can stir that around just a little bit.
okay.
And then you want to lift some leeks out of the water there
Ooh. Okay.
and add them to the pan. Let it drain just a little bit. And the dirt's already floated to the bottom, so.
Okay. So just let them drain just a little bit and then
Yep,
throw them in there?
Yep, throw them on in.
All right. Do you want more?
Yeah, let's add some more.
Okay. Now, what is the flavor of a leek? Is it it looks
It's
kind of
a
like a
very-
big green onion.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, really?
Basically, a giant green onion. It's got a milder flavor than a white onion.
Okay.
That's plenty right there, I think. That'll be great.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to let that saute for a second.
All right.
And we've got some Madeira wine here.
We do?
Yeah,
Right
half
here?
a cup of Madeira wine.
You sure?
You can taste it and check.
That would be what it is.
Very
yeah.
sweet. It's
Yep,
a fortified
yep. Ooh,
wine.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's not really-
good drinking wine. Just like on a day when you're just standing around the kitchen cooking, it's just a good wine to
Yeah.
have and drink.
I
And,
prefer drier wines, but it's great for cooking. So if you want to just deglaze with that, or you can
Oh,
we'll use
really?
something else if you want.
Okay.
Toss
All right.
that back real
so
quick.
we'll give some to our Homies the leeks here. There we go. All right.
Great, perfect. And we're gonna let that reduce just a little bit.
And so the sweetness of the Madeira, is that what you're trying to get in the flavor there?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The sweetness when we mix it with the saltiness of the chicken stock, which is what we're gonna put
and the
in next.
pancetta has some salt to it.
Yeah, the
Didn't you say it
pancetta
was
is
salt cured?
it's a salt cured
Okay.
pork.
So it looks just like that. Can we just let this go, or are we
Sure.
just reducing this?
Yeah, we're just reducing that a little bit.
All right. So we'll let that go for a second. And what else do we need to do?
Okay,
What's our
we
next
need
step?
to pull our mushrooms out of our mushroom stock. there.
Okay.
So if you want to just pull them out with a slotted spoon
Okay. And where am I putting them?
and put them on this plate here.
Okie dokie.
And
Okay.
similar to the leeks, there's some dirt that comes in dried mushrooms, and that was
I got you.
we want to make sure. That's why we're lifting it out of the water
Okay,
to get
so
them
just
away from
put
the
them
dirt.
here?
Yep, that'll be great.
Okay. Alrighty. And do I need to squeeze them or squish them?
No, that's fine because all the liquid that's in it will be going into our dish.
Alrighty.
And you can throw them in the saute pan.
Oh, really?
Sure.
We're ready for those now, too. Okay. So there we are. Okay.
Okay, great.
Alrighty.
And we're going to throw in a half a cup of chicken stock.
All right. Ooh, I'll get the tongs and I'll be the stir.
Okay.
Half cup of chicken stock. What else?
Well, next we need to add our mushroom stock, which we get from reconstituting those mushrooms.
Oh, this right here.
Yeah, but we
Okay.
need to strain it in
Okay.
case there's any dirt in there.
So this is the strainer?
yeah, that's a fine strainer we're going to use.
It's also a hat.
It can be a hat also,
Your
sure.
mother is an elderberry. Oh, I forget. My Monty Python's gone now. I don't remember it. So,
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
didn't,
Monty
you didn't
Python
Holy
either.
Grail?
I saw it a long time ago, but
yeah,
I can't.
Yeah. So we need to pour this in here?
Yeah, but pour it in there so we know about how much we're getting.
Oh,
We need about a half a cup.
Alrighty. Nope. Oops. Up.
Okay, that looks good.
Good?
Perfect.
Alrighty. Set that there. So it's a half cup of
Half a cup
mushroom
of that
stock.
mushroom stock that we made.
All right.
Okay, and now we're going to want to cook our pasta.
Cook
So
our
we've got
pasta.
some boiling water here. This is a
Okay.
whole wheat linguini.
Mm-hmm.
It's fresh, but it's slightly dried, so we're only going to need to cook it for a couple of minutes.
Good.
Could use a little water,
Yeah,
perhaps.
maybe a little water. I like eating the spaghetti raw. Even
Yeah.
though my mom said it would roll my teeth. or
Yeah,
something like that.
I think we all did that
Yeah,
as
but I
kids.
like eating it.
I'm glad you haven't let that go.
So should I break it or should
No,
I
just put it in there whole.
Okay.
It'll as it cooks, it'll all get in there.
Okay.
And that's salted water. Never oil your water.
Never oil your water.
No.
Why not oil
Because
your water?
it coats the pasta and doesn't allow any of the starch to cook off.
Would you like some dried or?
Yeah,
Wait.
sure, for old time's sake.
There you go.
Thanks.
Takes you back to childhood. So,
Okay. And while those are going, we have our parsley, but we need to clean and chop some of that thyme.
Clean and chop our thyme.
Yeah,
We always find that we need more time.
we do.
Yeah. And this
Especially when you're using thyme because it's a pretty labor intensive.
Oh, what do we have
herb.
to do with this?
You have to pull off the little leaves off the stem.
No, you're kidding me, right?
Nope.
All the little leaves?
Yeah. Well, you can go one by one
You can go one by one.
if you want, but an easier way is to just kind of run your finger against the stem and pull them off like that.
Whoa. All right. How
See
much
why-
of this
see
we
why
need,
they call
like
it
a pound?
Yeah, we need about
Yeah.
2 or 3 pounds of that.
Oh, great. All right. So tomorrow, when we finish this recipe, if
No, we
we're
just need
lucky-
about a tablespoon.
Okay. A tablespoon.
It's all right though if you get some little leaves in there,
Okay. Good.
because little stems in there.
All right. Now, could you just
You
use
just don't
the,
want the really tough stems.
if you were lazy, kind of like I am sometimes?
Use dry thyme?
Could you?
Yeah, you could. It's
Okay.
it's always better to use fresh if you can, but
How much of?
if you are going to use dry thyme, you want to put it in a lot earlier in the recipe than we
Okay.
are now.
And would you use the same amount of dried, or would you use more or less?
Actually, dried is more intensified because all the water's out, so you want to use about half as much. So instead of a tablespoon, you would want to use about half a tablespoon.
All right. Well, when I come back, we're going to go to break, and I'm going to talk to. Actually, we're going to go to break. I'm going to be picking thyme, and then I'm going to come back and talk with Eris Ragazeus and find out which wine he has picked for our duck when Carolina Cooking continues.
can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with our wine expert, Eris Ragazeas, here in the wine cellar of the mansion on Forsyth Park. And Eris, we're making duck. What does that mean to you?
Red wine.
Ah, okay.
Well, actually, it could be white.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in this case, with those mushrooms and the Assiago cheese,
Yeah.
I'm thinking red wine.
Okay. And not a Cabernet?
Well, what I picked was a Merlot, and that might seem like an off choice for me. This is a Alto Sur Merlot from Mendoza in Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Now, when I said it might seem, not the usual thing that I would do, because most people think of Merlot as being the typical type of Merlot that they make in California, which generally tends to be very soft and easygoing. But that's just the American style. That's not necessarily the way Merlot always turns out.
Oh, okay.
Merlot turns out the way the vineyards want it to turn out and the way the winemaker wants it to turn out.
Okay.
And in Argentina, they make a little more forceful, a little more structured version of Merlot. So it'll have the good tannins and acids to cut through the fatness of the duck.
Oh, okay.
Now
good.
the Argentinians, they're the biggest beef eaters in the world, so they want these gaucho style wines.
Well,
so this is not going to be your typical soft, easy Merlot. It's going to have some structure to it, but not the big heavy fruit, because you don't want that with the duck either.
Now, Argentina's making a lot of wines nowadays, right?
Well, they've always made a lot of wines. They have a history that goes back hundreds of years. We're just, nice aroma there.
Yeah. That's you get a full aroma there.
You see that it's got a nice grip on the palate. That's going to cut right through the fatness of the duck, leaving those nice Merlot flavors to go along with the mushrooms and the cheese and the duck.
A lot of the tea bag things.
Yeah, but you won't feel that astringency when you have the duck in your mouth.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So Merlot is not always what you might think.
Okay.
There's other versions besides the California version.
So the fat in the duck's going to cut through the tea bag taste in the wine. Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
the other way around.
Oh,
Actually.
the tea bag taste in the wine is going to cut through the fat. I got you.
Well, it's more the astringency.
Okay.
The tannins and the acids will cut through the fatness of the duck.
Well, good to know. I enjoy a Merlot, and so I think this will work well together.
It's
Thank
a
you.
great Merlot.
Well, thank you very much for your information, and I got to get back to the kitchen. I'll be doing that next when Carolina Cooking continues. Good job.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. Our pasta is finished up. Took about 2 minutes, and we just got to add some more stuff to our sauce to make it even better, right?
Yeah, the liquid is all reduced.
Okay.
So to make it from a liquid into a sauce, we just want to add these 2 tablespoons of butter.
2 tablespoons of butter, and that melts in there.
Yeah,
wow,
melts
look
that.
at
Swirl that in there.
It's already starting to smell incredible right now. And do we have to put our herbs in now too?
Yes, we need to add the thyme and the parsley and some salt and pepper.
Okay, we picked all this thyme. We
So it
spent a
took
lot of time
time.
doing it. Is that enough thyme?
Yeah, that should be
Okay.
good.
And then some parsley.
some parsley.
And did you want any salt and pepper in there? Or you think it's good?
Yeah,
enough?
well, we can add the pasta first and then
Okay.
and
All
salt
right,
and pepper
perfect.
too.
All right. And so if we use dry pasta, we could have let it. It would have taken a little bit longer.
Yeah, it would work fine. You
But
just
we
have to
used
cook it a
fresh.
little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Fresh is better when you can.
So mix that up in there. Ooh, that does look good. And now,
we need some salt and pepper.
a little salt and pepper, just a pinch.
And I'm gonna give this a little toss real quick.
Uh-oh.
Just to make sure it's mixed in there
Oh.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
This goes on the plate,
That
or do
goes
you want
on
me
the
to do my
plate.
duck first?
However you want to do it. We do
So I'm
need
going to put this
slice
on the
duck.
plate first.
Okay.
Just a little pile right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Be sure you get some of the all the ingredients and stuff on there too.
Alrighty. Just like that. All
Yeah,
right.
that looks
perfect. And now,
Turn your duck breast over. It's
Okay.
easier to cut the
the flesh side.
the flesh side,
Yep.
the
And you cut it
non-fat
at
side.
an angle.
Cut it
like
at an
this.
angle so you can fan it out and it'll look really nice.
There we go. Okay.
And just arrange that on there nicely.
Just, ooh, like that?
Yeah, sure, that'll work.
Okay. Okay, just, oops.
And then we're going to want to grate a little bit of the Assiago.
Ah, I got this.
And put it on there.
Wow! That's what I love about
Beautiful.
that thing. All right. Just a little bit of that, like
just
that.
a little bit of that.
Okay. A couple of sprigs.
Yeah, garnish with some sprigs of fresh thyme.
Tower oak sprigs. All righty. Does
And,
that look good? Would you send that out?
With a little bit of cleanup, we could probably send that out.
All right. Let me go ahead and pour you a glass of our wine here, Chianti. And you're
Great.
welcome to have a drink a little drink and try the food. I'm going to get a little sliver off this and find out. Feel free to grab a fork there. The duck is really good. To find out more about our recipe here, our wine, to find out more about our chef, or Mangia, visit our website at www.carolinacooking.tv. I'm Tom Zelenka, and that's Carolina Cooking. Good job. That's really good.
Go to carolinacooking.tv for the recipes featured on this show. Plus, on carolinacooking.tv, you'll find more information on the wine, chefs, and foods of Carolina Cooking. That's carolinacooking.tv.
Carolina Cooking is filmed on location in 700 Kitchen Cooking School at the Mansion on Forsyth Park Hotel in Savannah, Georgia. For details on their hands-on cooking classes, call 888-711-5114 to book a class.